Hello and welcome to Against the Storm, the phase of the Citadel. In the last couple weeks, the developers of Against the Storm, Eremite Games, announced a new roadmap with a new phase approaching called the phase of the Citadel. The phase that the game lived in since the early access release last fall was the phase of the Harpy. That ended sort of officially with the release that included the Harpies 4 weeks ago, but it also kind of included the last week's update too, or 2 weeks ago rather, or at least the update 2 weeks ago was considered a transitional upgrade. So here's the plan for the roadmap now. If you want to take a look at this quickly, you can also pause the video if you'd like to take a look at it longer. But you can see here in the phase of the Harpies, a lot of the things that we are familiar with having changed and come out, released and whatnot, are all here. Everything we've seen over the last 4 or 5 months. And with the phase of the Citadel in last time's revamped biome, the marshlands, really began. Although this is really today's update rather is really getting into what it means to be the phase of the Citadel. So what that means is they're going to be revisiting everything as far as the metagame goes. So not how you select, well, maybe the world map too, but not how you select a map and what happens when you get into that map, how you progress your cities, but actually the metagame here, including probably this world map somewhat, at least how the different biomes spawn and things like that probably, but also how things work here in the Smoldering City. And so the first thing they've done is they've attacked the upgrade screen again. And they said they were going to, and this probably isn't going to be the last time either, but they've made a determination that upgrades here should only be power-ups. They should be an additional blueprint choice, an additional cornerstone choice. They should be, let's see, what else were there? Trade route limit increases, because I always use those. Trader price reductions, things like that are enhancements to the game, that are bonuses, that are boosts to the game. Whereas things like blueprints for new buildings are added as you level up. And I don't really see a level listed anywhere here on the screen, but I'm assuming there's a level somewhere that's shown, but I haven't actually been able to find it yet, unless it's here. No, it isn't even here, so I'm not even sure exactly where this level is shown, except one place. And it's kind of shown as an afterthought almost, which is here in the upgrade screen, that we have a required level in order to reach some of these upgrades. So I want to just kind of look through some of these upgrades and see what's here and what's not here, if we can remember what's not here, and take a look at that as part of this episode. But before we do that, I want to also talk about a couple more things with this update. So now, let's see, the other thing now is they're still looking at ways for the blueprints so that you can, maybe ban certain blueprints from a playthrough. Like, hey, I never use this type of building in the marshlands, so stop offering it to me because I don't want it. Things like maybe like the kiln or something that has a really good coal recipe, maybe you don't want that in the marshlands or in the Scarlet Orchard, but it has a large supply of coal because you're not going to use it. Maybe you want, more focus on the other buildings that give you a better brick recipe or a better, what's the third recipe in the kiln? I can't even remember now. But maybe you want to see those maybe a little bit more often. But they also want to try and be careful with it because they don't want to expand. They don't want to give you too many options to make your game too easy. To make you be able to control too much, because the RNG is an important aspect of this game. So, as we can see here, I'm only at level 12, but that's because they've increased the level to 15 now. So there are 15 levels here in the Citadel upgrades. And something that I've commented on for many times throughout the last 2 series is the fact that you were able to purchase, say, the Obsidian Archive level 2 before you purchased Archive level 1. Not anymore. It's grayed out now. So while I wanted it because it made logical sense to me, I'm also going to miss that it's not there, or lament that it's no longer there, because then I can't skip them anymore. But it's fine because I have 1,935 food stockpiles, 150 machinery, and 142 artifacts. So that should get us through a fair amount of the upgrades, if not all of them. And we're going to actually go through and select some of these shortly. So there are 65 upgrades in the Citadel. Previously there were 47, so maybe we won't be able to afford all of them. But all of them are permanent power-ups or player capability expansions. No blueprints. No, what was the other thing that they moved out here? Playable species. No perks or traders. Also, all the named traders and stuff like that are all gone from here. Those are all given to you automatically as you level up. So we have 12 of the 15 things, although it doesn't really show you anywhere in the game what those 15 things are. There is a list, I believe, here on the updates, which I will try to remember to put a link to the updates either in the cards above the screen, above on the top of the screen here, or in the description. But the let's see, what else was there? They added 19 completely new types of permanent upgrades. Impatience speed reduction, fuel burning time increase, bonus shield chance increase, additional node charges, villager speed increase, production speed increase, trader arrival time reduction, more blueprints cornerstone slots in the trade panel. It's a weird wording. Lower trader prices, embark bonuses like goods, perks, and blueprints, more goods from the embark bonuses, more Citadel resources from settlements, grace period extension, cornerstone rerolls, sacrifice cost reduction, farming speed increase, additional fertile soil, construction speed increase, and more newcomer goods. Let's see, there's another piece that I wanted to highlight here. Embark bonuses are also not unlocked when leveling up, and they can be bought as upgrades here in the Citadel. So they kind of flip-flop those a little bit and move them to an upgrade to purchase as opposed to something to buy. So they do list out in the updates what all of each one of these buttons is. We're just going to click on them and kind of talk about them. Here are the level rewards in the updates. I was correct. So at level 1, you obviously get nothing because that's the beginning of the game. At level 2, you earn the rain collector and paved road as essential buildings, and the herbalist camp is available to you for blueprints. And the cornerstones are coat delivery line and meat specialization that you get as part of that. At level 3, blueprints include the temple, the scribe, and the mine. Is the mine no longer essential? It doesn't say that it's essential. And the cornerstones you get are Rich Glades, Incense Delivery Line, and you get Zorg the Trader, Jorg the Trader, and so on. I wish this was in the game. I would like to see this in the game, because having it here on the website doesn't... It's separate, and it's part of just the patch notes for this patch. I would love to see it here in the game someplace. I'm not sure how to show it, but I would love to see it in the game here someplace, because it's a large amount of information, and being able to click through and just kind of see, oh hey, I get this stuff at the next level. That would be nice to have. Let's see. One of the things that I wanted to hold out now, or show out now, is here in the help panel. The help panel is now called the Atlas, and this is another step toward their full-fledged kind of wiki system here within the game. So unless there are level upgrades in here, let's see, levels. I don't see levels. So I'm not, yeah, they're not here either. So they've tabbed everything out. So you have the help itself, then you have buildings. So you can read about descriptions about every building, what the recipes are, and all the customizations here. The fully kind of interactive screens, just like you see on the building itself. Cornerstones are here, so you can explore what those all are, what's all available to you eventually in the game. Who all the traders are, what they bring, what they purchase. And we're missing one still. Oh, here, unlocked at level 14. So it's hidden from us here. If I kind of cheat and look at the things here, actually... The last trader is Sir Renwald Redmane that unlocks at level 15, according to the notes. So there's either something here that's incorrect or something there that's incorrect. Traders, species, and then you can only see the things that you have unlocked by your level, so that's interesting. So if we were starting a new game, we wouldn't see harpies here, because harpies are added later, for example. Added a new mechanic called Grace Period, which is one of the Citadel upgrades that we'll take a look at in a moment. This one's very important or very interesting to me, so I wanted to make sure I highlighted it. Upon reaching 12 impatience points, the player is given a short amount of time to try and save the settlement and lower impatience. It looks like it's probably about a minute The little image here on the website is 53 seconds remaining, so I'm guessing it's probably about a minute. And there are 2 new orders, Bloody Sacrifices and Happy Brewing, that we'll have to take a look at some point. You can also re-roll Cornerstones a limited amount of times during a settlement run via another Citadel upgrade. 1 charge per run. The second reroll charge is added after buying another upgrade. Okay, that's reasonable. They also have adjusted the difficulty and actually added a scaling system for glade events. So depending on how difficult the map is how difficult the glade events are, which makes a lot of sense. There's no sense in having very complicated glade events to deal with on a normal difficulty map. So you could have additional resources required, additional time required to work it, the intensity of the working effect, the time, and also the time before consequences occur will be shorter for the harder maps. The homestead, which was supposed to spawn in Danger and Forbidden Glades, I don't think I've seen one at all. And we only saw one of the Finesmiths. So they've adjusted or increased the chances of homestead spawning. So maybe we'll actually see one of those now, because we haven't seen one of those yet since they took them out of the ability for us to take it with us. They've also balanced the glade events spawn chance so that you'll get more of a chance to getting varied glade events. So it's not all Rain Spirit Totems, Open Vaults, and Caravans anymore. Although I got the blister things an awful lot too. Orders that require 2 things in a chain, things like needing to have a brewery and a tavern, have a much higher reward now than they had previously. So if you take that order and you manage to get a brewery and a tavern and get them both built, the reward is much higher, which makes sense because it's kind of like, okay, you have a 10% chance to get this one and a 10% chance to get that one, just as an example. So that's 10% times 10%, or a 1% chance of getting the whole thing. So it's kind of makes a lot of sense to limit, or to give you a lot more for something that's that limited. They've adjusted some fuel burn rates, or total like max rates, so that you can't overburn too much fuel by throwing more fuel on the fire. But it's gone up for the most part, so it's gone up, so that's good. But also, the effects that cause fuel consumption to increase have also been adjusted. 2 of them are adjusted up slightly. One of them is adjusted down quite a bit, actually, depending on difficulty of the map. Let's see. And Stonewood Infestation will spawn a lot more during the first phase, but we're in the last phase, so that doesn't affect us here. There's also a new game result screen that shows a lot more detail about what you, how the map ended, what you're taking with you from the map. There's a little bit more detail on some of the glade events, on the effect they cause. They were a little bit not less detailed than they should have been, so they've added some detail there. And there's a warning thunder sound at the end of clearance now to warn of the coming storm. So that's kind of nice. You just kind of get the poke. If you want to do something before the storm comes, now's the time. The level up will pop up on the screen, and it shows you what you get for that level unlocking. So that's good. So I guess my earlier complaint about not seeing those level bonuses is kind of satisfied. But I think I'd still like to be able to see what I earned at what level in the game somehow, as opposed to just seeing what I have and not seeing what I don't have, kind of thing, or seeing the lock icon over what I don't have. Lots of bug fixes and some other changes as well. One thing is each tree type now has a new and distinct chopping and falling sound. So that's I think that's pretty much it. These are the things I wanted to highlight. So let's go ahead and go into the upgrade screen and let's take a look at what of these we definitely want to buy and what ones we want to wait on. We kind of probably have to buy just about this Obsidian Archive level 1. The Queen's Patience, we get a permanent -2 to the speed at which the Queen's Patience grows. Well, that's not a bad thing. And the Obsidian Archive is a place where records about great viceroys are kept and unlocks the deeds. Yeah, because I probably are going to want to unlock that deed that we unlocked in the last map, so we'll go and do that also. So each one of these is -2% to the Queen's speed. Is that all the way up this whole Obsidian Archive? Okay, well that's good then. So the Queens of Patience also, so we also gain 10% more Citadel resources whenever you finish a settlement. Interesting. Blueprint reroll allows you to pay Amber to reroll the blueprints offered for you each year. Okay. Is that... Okay, that's the one-time thing, I guess. Additional blueprint choice. You have one additional option to choose from when picking blueprints for reputation. I think we're going to definitely unlock to that point, because I'm going to want that one. I always like that one. More choice is better for me, because then you get more chance to get a building you want stronger. More importantly, or whatever. You gain 30 seconds time after reaching maximum impatience to try and save your settlement. Oh, so the Last Stand Grace Period upgrade is scalable. I see. Okay. More embark range. Daily expedition. So this is the dailies. Unlocks here. More Citadel resources again. More embark range. More Citadel resources. Last Stand again. And then finally for us, because we have to get to this level yet, more Citadel resources. Let's see. I think that's all that I definitely have to have, I think, at this point. We should probably unlock to the daily point. That's never a bad thing. Because I might want to do dailies anyway. Here in Pioneer's Gate, villager speed increase. That's always nice to have. I'm assuming that's one that's every level. Up 2% to their walking speed. An embark bonus for stone, so that means we get stone in the embark selection, the embark choices, as well as clay. Here we get an additional embark point. Another additional embark point, and again, the villager speed increases here every time. More embark points and a caravan slot, so we can one additional caravan to choose from. An embark point, stocked caravans, embark bonuses you choose before starting a new settlement have 20% more resources. That's great, and then another one of those. I think we'll go up to this one here, the additional slot for now. I like the embark points, of course, and having the ability to take stone or clay is always useful. Let's go up to the caravan slot on this one. Let's look here at the Monastery of the Vigilant Flame. You gain a permanent 2% to burning duration for all types of fuel burned in the hearth. That's the every level thing. Also, here we have a cornerstone pool increase. You have one additional option to choose from when picking cornerstones at the beginning of each year. I'm definitely going to want that one. Cornerstone reroll. Charge per settlement, +1. That's not a bad thing either. Rerolling those is a nice thing to be able to have. Embark bonus for coal or oil. Sacrifice cost has been decreased. All sacrifice made at the hearth consume 10% less resources. Jump all the way up here. Additional cornerstone choice. We should definitely go up that high. Embark bonus ale delivery line. Embark bonus training gear. Gear delivery line. And then cornerstone reroll. I think we'll go up to this additional cornerstone choice here. That's a good place at least to get to here. Let's go with this one next. First Dawn Headquarters. Their base stat is +2% increase to all chances of getting secondary resources from trees and resource nodes. That's nice. Embark bonus for vegetables and meat. Farming speed +10%. Another farming speed increase. Fertile soil permanently increases your chance of finding fertile soil in newly discovered glades. That's useful. Embark bonus for a small farm. You gain a new embark bonus to choose a small farm when starting a settlement. Small farm. Can produce vegetables and grain. New embark bonus to choose from when starting a settlement. Oh, so you can take the small farm from the embark. That's interesting. And then another +10% to farming speed. I think I'll want to go... I'm going to wait on this embark bonus one, but I'm probably going to take that. Let's go this far up. Farming speed and fertile soil. We'll do this one next, Vanguard Spire. Theirs is +1 to the available charges on all resource nodes. 2 blueprints to your pool of essential buildings. Human house. Adds a blueprint. I'm sorry, that looked like a 2 for a second there. Adds a blueprint, so this adds a human house. This adds the beaver house. This adds the lizard house, and let me guess, harpy house? There it is. Faster building, construction time, that's not bad. Newcomers arriving in your settlement will have more resources with them. That's good as well. And then we can't unlock these. Let's go with definitely the houses. Probably the faster building as well, but I'm going to wait on that one and just unlock the 4 houses for right now. Okay, let's go over here now. Production speed increase. You gain a permanent 2% to global production speed in your settlement. That's per level. And then worker capacity. Every worker in your settlement gets a permanent +1 to their carry capacity. I wonder if that's going to stack with the Harpy bonus and like the market bonus or not. Permanent +5 to all storage in all buildings in your settlement. That's nice. Scout proficiency. You gain a permanent 10% working time reduction for all Glade events. That's nice. Embark bonus for planks, bricks, and fabric. We're probably going to want that one as well. I've started to like those in the last series, the Harpy series. Let's see, embark bonus for parts. I've also gone away from the parts in that series because you get some to start with. It only gives you like 5 more, so doesn't feel like a lot to me, especially how many you get from orders, or that we were getting from orders. And embark bonus for amber as well. That'd be good if you wanted to do a hardcore trading map, maybe. Larger storage here, and that's it. I think we'll go with up to here. Up to the planks, bricks, and fabric. Right here. And the final tree here is the dim square. That was brass forge, by the way. Dim square. The permanent +3% bonus to trader arrival speed. That's good. And you can establish trade routes with other nearby settlements. All traders will have +1 cornerstone or blueprint for sale. That's nice. You gain a permanent discount of 10% to all wares sold by traders. You gain a permanent +1 to the limit of trade routes you can have, active at all once. You gain a permanent discount of 10% to all wares sold by traders. All traders have +1 cornerstones or blueprints for sale, and then that's where we end. I think I'll take all of these, because I like having the more choices thing. As we talked about in the comments or in the chat during one of the last episodes of the Harpy series, if nothing else, buying a building from a trader gives you the ability to not have to have it pop up in your random selection at the beginning of every year. So even if you're not really going to use it, buying it has an advantage, because then you don't have to deal with looking at it. So let's see, the lowest one, the lowest thing that we haven't picked yet is here. This is in the Obsidian Archive. I don't see why we shouldn't take a couple more of these. Actually, we probably could take them all. We have 935 food left, and plenty of artifacts and machinery as well. Although maybe I will wait right here and take a look at some of the other ones again. I know I wanted to take some additional embark point. I didn't take all the embark points. Oops, I missed one. Take that one too. The small farm embark bonus I definitely wanted to take. The embark goods would be good. Those I'm less thrilled about, but this +1 cornerstone reroll would be good. That would be good as well. Here. This one, the +10% to construction speed. More resources for newcomers. That's good. Farming speed, let's go with that. We'll take the embark goods. Embark goods again. I'm running out of stuff. Running out of specifically artifacts. I have a lot more that I can spend them on. Let's go with, well, we don't really need this one. More Citadel resources. So, because we have a lot. I mean, we do, but yeah. Let's see, probably not this one. I think we'll go with up to this one. Yeah, let's do that. So unlock here and unlock here. And now I am stuck not being able to buy anything else. So we need to focus on artifacts. So we'll do that as part of the beginning part of this series, is focusing on tiles where we can earn artifacts. And let's go unlock that one deed that we did at the end of the last series that I didn't come in to unlock, and that was industry. We won a game. We won a game with 5 mines built, and that'll actually get us to level 13. So let's go take a look at what we could have unlocked that I should have unlocked. There we go. That I should have done before we unlocked too many of these. We could get another trade route. Nah. We don't have the point. Oh wait, nope. Here, I'm sorry. We could get another embark point. That'll be worth it. We'll take that one. This one we can't afford. We can't afford this. Permanent 10% to construction speed. Yeah, let's go ahead and just take that one. And then we're just going to have to focus down getting all the resources now, because we basically spent everything and we have hundreds more to earn. So for this series, I considered starting new, completely new, back to like level 1. But I looked at this upgrade menu before I started the recording, and I saw all the high numbers appear at the top, and I thought about it, and I was like, I would like to get to some of these things here. So, and I don't think we had enough points, and I learned that we did. We see now that we didn't for sure. And I was like, we'll just wait and see what comes of this, and play this series as a continuation of the last one, or both of the last two, really. So we did 2 or 3 maps here in the excuse me, in the marshlands the last time. So I think we'll try a different biome. Wherever we can find artifacts or machinery would be nice. Maybe out here in the Royal Woodlands, out here in the punishing severity. That might not be a great idea, but mild, taxing, punishing. Punishing shouldn't be too bad. This one would be really good though. Let's see, 75 or 56. I think we'll steal that tile from our friends. Oh, that's the marshlands though. Well, that's the best choice. So I think we should just go with the best choice and go back to the marshlands. So after 25 minutes of talking about the update and exploring the first major portion of the update, let's go ahead and start a new map and see how that works out for us. So we have 4 embark points here at this depth, or at this distance from the Citadel. If we come back here closer, it's up to 8, but as you work your way outward, you lose 1. I think it's 1 per difficulty level, or maybe 1 per tile depth, kind of ish. That was, nope, sorry. Normal, hard. Yes, it takes 1 away to go to hard. It takes another 1 away to go to very hard. And then that's an impossible map. Devastating severity. Well, that will be fun to try. I don't know that that's a wise choice though. Maybe we should just come back to this one. Yeah, let's do this one. I don't think at the beginning of an update I want to do a devastating difficulty here, an impossible map. So let's go back to very hard punishing, and we'll try one of those later. Although, to be fair, this is a now or never kind of thing. But this will be fine. We'll start here in the Royal Woodlands and see what we can do. So we have some choices here. I don't know that I want lizards and harpies at the same time. A lot of parts available with these groups, though, because of the bonus that we earned here in the Citadel for the upgraded screen. The humans by themselves come with a lot less, though, than the harpies and the lizards together, although harpies all by themselves would be just as bad, quote-unquote, as the harpies and lizards together, I think. Coals is the same across all 3. There's stone here. There's not any stone or clay in either of these. The wood is the same. There's eggs here, and there's meat here. Roots, berries, there's some cooked food here, and there's some reeds here, so that'll help us with getting started with cloth early on. I'm kind of leaning toward this one. There's a little bit less food, but it's 9 harpies plus 2 more people, and getting a group of 11 to start with is nothing to shake a stick at. But yeah, it's less food overall. This cooked food would be nice to have. And oh, here's 14 fabric too. Huh. Which offsets that by way more than even. Because it costs more than 2 to make 1 fabric with the crude workstation. Maybe we'll do this one then. Starting out with 9 instead of 11, but starting out with more food, including some cooked food, would be nice. Having the fabric to start out would be nice. Yeah, let's go lizard harpy, the one that I said I wasn't going to do. 6 points here. Let's go with, let's see, I think we should go with either bricks or clay. 3 to 1, I think it's more like 5 to 1. But it's also really 3 to 1, but it's also 2 points versus 3 points. So their scale's a little bit off here. So it's more like, if you factor everything else in, it's more like 3 to like 0.67 or something like that. So it's a little bit better off. So it's like 5 to 1. So it's really about even. Comparing everything else, of course. Lots of wood, though, because of the bonus, the 10% bonuses we took. Lots of food options here, too. Stone would be good to have. I think we could take the stone. But then again, if we take the stone, then it's probably better to take the bricks. I probably don't want to take either of these because they're 6 points each, and that's all we have. We could take the farm, but there's not that much farmland in the oh, this is the Royal Woodlands. Maybe we do want that after all. We're gonna have clay in the Royal Woodlands. Let's look here. Nope, here. Sorry. Clay, plant fiber, lots of it. Lots of food choices. Coal's probably not necessary, although that's 42 coal. That's not nothing. I'll probably take the extra wood just so I can get started building right away. And I think we'll take... I think we'll take the bricks. I have 2 points left. Or should I take the small farm? To get us started with farming. Maybe I should take the small farm and then take maybe some of the food to get us started. Maybe we'll take the vegetables since we have 42 meat and 42 roots. Maybe we'll take the vegetables and we'll try this out. That way we have the small farm, we get it right away, we don't have to worry about it, and we should see a decent amount of farmland in this biome because an average amount is the default, but we had a couple of bonuses, at least a couple, that boosted farmland spawn from the upgrades, so we should actually have a decent amount of farmland in our glades on this one. So let's go ahead and get started. And now we're 30 minutes in. Sorry about all that, but I think it's essential to talk about the changes to a game like this. 2 amber every time you sell goods worth 10 amber. Looming darkness, of course. Muddy grounds, so keep them on roads. Swarms, so we need housing, or we'll have a -2 to resolve that multiplies every 60 seconds, which means that it's going to happen, it's going to double in the storm by default, because the storm, I think, is 2 minutes long. Complex food and services keep us from perishing. Well, that's going to be tough. And 20% chance to destroy the yield without services. Yeah. Okay. I still don't understand why this one is lower than this one, given how much harder it is, but on the other hand, it's a harder level, so what are you going to do? Trees are much more sturdier because we're here next to a stonewood infestation, but we have the gift of the woodlands that increases harvesting speed. I don't know if that affects the trees or not, though, but we shall see. Okay, so let's see. We have, of course, we have the farm right off because we bought it for 4 points. I kind of couldn't not buy that, given the that it's a new thing and it's kind of interesting that it's there. I think we'll come this way first into these 3. Let's go with a stonecutter. No, we don't need a stonecutter. Let's go with a forager or scavenger rather, and we'll start here with the fiber, I think. Although we have fabric, so maybe not. But we'll start there anyway. Unpause and let them start working through this crossroad first. This one second. This one third, and finally this one. Now I wish I'd have brought bricks or clay with me, or stone with me, so that because I don't have any here. We're going to start with opening up this glade, I think. And we'll throw a couple of people in here. And we can also throw, I think I'll put them on this side of the road though. Maybe a couple of harpies in here. Maybe just 1 harpy in there. And we have 3 building choices here. Forager camp is okay in this biome. Lots of vegetables in the wild, and lots of insects in the wild as well. So that's not bad. Not a bad choice. We also have the Grove, which is another farming building. The Greenhouse, which is another farmland building. And the Tool Shop, which is kind of the random choice this selection. And while the 3-star tools is really nice, it's also really early for this building. Like, to the point where, and I like how this just comes up now. That's good. Instead of showing the other screen, and then, yeah, just made it all part of the same screen. Although, do I really want the Forager camp? I think we'll wait anyway to choose this until after we get our first orders and our first cornerstone. Let's go to speed 2. We have lots of food to start with. We have some building materials here. Yep, we already got some fields here. That's good. And of course, it's right where I want to put my road because that's how the game trolls me. Some berries and an abandoned cache, of course. First cornerstone, and you can re-roll twice because we unlocked 2 of those levels. And then we can also decline. Meat specialization. Well, we are going to see some meat in this biome. Harper resolve for every 50 cosmetics produced. That's not a bad thing. Leftover crops, 1 pack of crops for every 16 grain produced. Well, we're going to plant grains, so that's not a bad deal either. Or each newcomer group has 2 additional villagers. I'm going to say this one, but I would really like all 4 of these. Oh, I guess I could have waited for the orders for that as well. I want to build the crew workstation. I meant to do earlier. I didn't do. I think we'll go to this glade next up here as soon as they clear the trees that I've marked. In our orders, have 6 harpies, get an herbalist camp, or have 10 harpy resolve, get 2 free harpies and some berries. Herbalist camp, please. 3 packs. Get all the packs, get the bonus of the amount of goods produced in a makeshift post, and packs of trade goods can be produced in a makeshift post. Okay, so that does still exist. That's almost, if not the best, almost the best bonus in the game if you want to do a trading game. And then we have 2 glade events, get 2 villagers and 20 stone. We're going to go with this one. 5 packs of building materials gets us a bunch of building material, or some building materials and some bonuses for building materials. Or 20 lizard resolve for 30 seconds, 2 lizards and some meat. I think we'll go with this one. If we can find a building to make building materials in, then that would be a good one to pick. I think I'll take the tool shop. It's a really good building. The simple tools at 3 stars is really good to have, although, to be fair, we're going to have to start collecting some crystallized dew somehow, because we're not going to see much copper, if any, in this biome either. But we'll take it anyway. The artisan is coats, pigment, and barrels. Was clothing one of our bonuses? No. Did they take that one out? They might have. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Let's see. Coats, pigment, and barrels. That's a better barrel recipe than the tool shop. Pigment's also nice. Cookhouse is skewers, biscuits, and pigment. The cookhouse is going to take meat, bugs, and mushrooms, as well as vegetables or roots. That would be a good thing to make skewers. Flour would also be good, or biscuits would be good if we can get flour going. And the pigment is there as well. Copper bars, crystallized dew. If we could get this going, maybe we could probably get that going. Or the temple, which is the random this time, and we can definitely get people working here. What does the 61 mean? 61 seconds to build, maybe? I'm going to pass on the temple. Temple's not my favorite building of those. Oh man, do we do the cookhouse or do we do the smelter? Well, we get the biscuit recipe here too. And the only chance for us getting crystallized dew is in one of these, unless we get one of the cornerstones that gives it automatically, like the one that gets it when you collect the spark dew. But even then, this is nice to have. And if we do manage to get copper somehow, this is nice to have. So maybe I will take the smelter. I really could use some construction material building, though. Bricks. And of course, I get another copper recipe. And pie. Water skins, fabric, and luxury goods. Oh, packs of luxury goods. Brick oven is pie, coal, and incense. That's a good one, too. Or the supplier, water skins, flour, and planks. I'm going to have to go with the supplier with the flour and the planks thing. Gonna have to do it. Alright, so we have lots of buildings to choose from. I think the supplier will be the first one I put up. I wanted them to collect a little bit of the plant fiber, although they haven't collected much, or, yeah, they haven't collected much. We did get the bonus to +5 storage here that we unlocked. That's good. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff made. Whenever we can get enough stuff to make the stuff. Let's just do 10, 10, and 10. You may want to return that. Or they haven't started making it yet, so we'll leave that alone. We have 14 fabrics, so they won't make fabric, but I put it up anyway. I think maybe I should put another person here after all. One builder. Just about done with these trees. Chop, chop. Okay, come up here now. There. Take out these trees. Not those three, though. And once you chop that one, I can move the thing out of the way, and then we can actually work on putting the supplier up. 1, 2, 3, right there. And then supplier goes here. We can stop making planks now. Turn that off. Return to sender. And you can just make bricks. I told you to not make planks. You must have already been in process. Even though I sent the stuff back. I don't know how that... Actually, let's try it. If I cancel you... Yeah, the lumber shows up here. The logs show up here. So that's fine. And I'm just going to actually leave that harpy out because all we can make really right now is bricks. We don't have the stuff to make the bricks. Except we do get clay from here. So that's why I'm picking the stuff first for the clay bonus more than anything else. Let's turn off this for right now and this for right now. And just focus on planks here. And we can go into here. Set a limit globally. And we can put in that harpy that I took out back into there. Another farm field. Great. Some more eggs, of course, and another small abandoned cache. And we probably could do this one as well before the end of the season. Get over there, and actually we'll actually have you do that right away. And then clear that too. Let's go ahead and get the builder to do this job. Looks like that's all there are. There's not any hidden this time. That's good. And the farm... could go here or could go here. I think we'll just go right here with it. Maybe like this. But I can build it over here and save them a little bit of walking steps. There's the thunder. That means we're coming into the storm. Nice. We could probably have gotten some happiness or some housing going. Yeah. It's okay for the first year. Here we are. We're just about done cleaning this up. We'll send them over to work on the eggs next. Okay, we built all the fields. Don't know what the third race is going to be, but that'll be fine. I don't think we saw a hint, or I completely was oblivious to it, which is also quite possible. Fertile soil, small abandoned cache, and moss broccoli patch. See, I should have taken that forager. No. What's it called? Yeah, forager. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Let's prep an area down here for my usual trading post spot. Move this over here, like that, and let's get you sowing. Move these folks down here to chop those trees. Oh, we did get to make some bricks at least. 3 cycles worth. A decent amount. And this does have 27 charges, so those bonus charges did in fact appear. Here as well, 22 there. Our next orders. Have a bunch of meat, get some bunch of lizards. Have a bunch of oil and a bunch of flour. You get a bunch of people. Bunch of people. I think we'll go with this one, because I don't know that we'll get the oil and the flour. The meat is more likely. Have 2 ancient tablets, get 2 random people and 20 amber. Have 8 harpies with a happiness of 20 or resolve of 20. Get a free alchemist hut. Hearts and skewers. Let's go with that one. Just because it looks like it's fun. Survivor bonding. +1 to +10% villager speed, +1 global resolve. That's always a good one. 5 incense per minute, especially with both harpies. Wait, incense is religion. I don't think harpies like religion. All farms can plant mushrooms on farm fields during drizzle. It's interesting to add in a 2-star mushroom recipe to the farm. Woodcutters are tasked with creating makeshift tools. I like this one, but I don't think I want this one in this map. We had that in the last map. We check the religion status of these: bloodthirst, cleanliness, and education. Yep. Okay, so if we knew, well, maybe we do know. Let's see, beavers. Okay. Let's go with the 3 beavers. We can swap them into the woodcutter camp. I think that'd be good. And then back here, so incense is only helping, can have 1 of the races. I think we'll go with this one just because it's a nice bonus. It doesn't cost us anything. Like, there's no negative to it. Although incense permit, did I take the building with the no, I did not. With the luxury, because that would be a good thing to sell, to make luxury packs out of. But right now it only affects the lizards, although lizards are one of the crankier races. So that wouldn't be a bad deal either. But now with beavers, maybe I want this one. Because their resolve is 12. And they're at 5, and they're at 6. So maybe I do want the free... Although I did take a building that makes 3-star tools, so... Oh, man. This is tough. This will definitely help us more in the early game. This will be more value later. Let's go with this one. We're in the early game. Let's start with the early game. Well, the harpies went up to 7, actually. Let's put up some housing somewhere. I don't know where. Didn't really clear a lot of land, but I think we could probably put some housing up right in here. Just start with. Build, build, build. Here, 99 logs. And now the beavers get the bonus here for 10% chance to produce twice as much, so this extra storage is really nice for the beavers, too. Scavenger camp needs to move. Okay, we've been waiting for that. Let's go there and pick some eggs. I still have 2 of them in there. Yes, I do. Here, I could probably throw somebody in here with you. You can get that planted. It's 12 fields. It's more for than 1 person, but it's really like... Although you planted 6 in half the time. So really, maybe it's 12 is okay for 1 person. Especially with the bonuses that we've gotten. With the Harpy Firekeeper. That's the global carrying capacity. Did we get a bonus for planting speed? Or was that harvesting speed? Now I don't remember. And I'm letting them plant both, just because I don't really have a need for anything specific right now. Although we could make global flour here. That's under crafting resources. Yep. There we go. Alrighty, but looking at the time, I think we should probably wrap up here for right now. Let's go ahead and just build or move this up here. Maybe in that area. Clear some trees or mark some trees for clearance here. Actually, yeah, not that many. And start the make the trading post so I don't forget it next time. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll continue this map in the next episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye for now.